Murder in the Heartland, a podcast from ID, explores real crimes across small-town America, towns that may look a lot like your own. Each week, uncover shocking stories of murder and betrayal, from a suspicious hunting accident to a college student who disappears after her shift at the local bar. Hear from investigators, witnesses, and family members as they share the chilling details behind each case. If you're interested in true crime with a small-town twist, I think you'll enjoy this podcast. Listen to Murder in the Heartland wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's Room of Choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Small Town Murder Express.
Yay and choo-choo!
Yay indeed, Jimmy. Yay indeed. My name is James Petrogallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmy Wisman.
Thank you, folks, so much for joining us today on another really absolutely crazy, messy, twisty episode of Small Town Murder Express. This is 10 pounds of murder in a 2-pound bag here. It is wild stuff. Before we get to that, absolutely head over to shutupandgivememurder.com. Get your tickets for live shows. September the 18th will be at the Pabst in Milwaukee. You definitely want to be there. That place is great, and it's going to be a great show. Tickets are almost gone for that, so get those. The next night, we're in Minneapolis at the State Theater. Get those tickets at September the 19th. Do that because Milwaukee is winning the ticket buying battle right now with Minneapolis.
It's a hell of a war.
Minneapolis, you got to fire back here. So do that.
Didn't know you were in it.
You had no idea. And then we're in Dallas, San Jose, Sacramento, Tarrytown, Boston, and the rest of the year. That's October and November. So get your tickets right now. Shutupandgivememurder.com. Get yourself Patreon, everybody. Do it. You need to do it. Patreon.com/crimeinsports is where you get all the bonus material. And we put out a ton, by the way. Anybody $5 a month or above, you get everything we put out. As soon as you subscribe, you're going to get almost 400 bonus episodes that you've never heard before immediately. Then you get new ones every other week. One crime and sports, one small town murder, and you get it all, everybody.
You get it all.
This week is no different. This week for Crime and Sports, speaking of Minnesota, we will be doing Kirby Puckett. We're going to talk about him for a bonus episode. Then for Small Town Murder, we're going to do Maternal Instinct. That's the documentary about the woman who cut the baby out of the woman and then pretended she just had it, which happens all the time, by the way.
All the time.
And I've seen not just the documentary, we'll talk about the interrogation stuff and her excuses. It's wild. And then the next one after that, next bonus episode, will be about Love After Lockup, by the way, because we've been really catching up on that. So that's patreon.com/crimeinsports. And on top of that, you get everything we put out. This would be worth it without even the bonus material. Everything we put out ad-free. Crime and Sports, Your Stupid Opinion, Small Town Murder. Then on top of that, you get a shout out as well, where Jimmy will mess your name all up at the end of the regular show. So do that and sign up for Patreon. That said, I think it's time, everybody. What do you say? Time to sit back, clear the lungs here. Here we go. Arms to the sky, and let's all shout. Shut up and give me murder. Let's do this, everybody.
Okay.
Let's go on a trip, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We're going to Pennsylvania this week. There we are here. Let's put the Prism shirt on, the old Philadelphia cable channel there. We're going.
Pennsylvania's terrific.
It is. I like Pennsylvania. It's in Eastern Pennsylvania. They need to legalize weed. I don't know what the fuck they're dragging their feet about there, but whatever. This is in Eastern Pennsylvania. Everyone ignores it anyway, so it's not like anybody gives a shit. No one pays attention to that law anymore. All the states touching it, it's legal. What are we doing here?
Nobody cares.
What's the problem? This is in Eastern Pennsylvania. This is Easton, Pennsylvania, in Eastern Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah.
Easton, you might know from the aluminum bats in Little League there. And it's also the home of the birthplace, I believe, and growing up place of Larry Holmes, the ex-heavyweight champion.
Oh, is that
there.
right?
Yeah, he's known as the Easton Assassin, as a matter of fact.
Oh, that makes sense.
This is about an hour and 20 minutes to Philly, about an hour and a half to New York City. So kind of right in the middle of that area there. And about 40 minutes to Jackson Township, Pennsylvania. Episode 675, our last Pennsylvania episode, The Sinister Minister. I don't even have to explain what that one was about.
You get it.
The Sinister Minister, and it was weird as shit, so it'll be fun. Check that out. This is in Northampton County, area code 610 and 484. Can't hold them back with one area code. Population here, 27,860. Not huge, not tiny, kind of, and it stayed around there for a long time, that in population. Median household income here, a little bit below the national average, $58,243 grand. It's closer to $70,000 in the rest of the country. Median home cost also a little bit lower than the rest of the country, $300,500, which is not really that affordable on 58 grand. It's tough.
For the East Coast, it's pretty affordable, right?
For an hour and a half to each major city. You could work in New York or Philadelphia. That's a big advantage right there, to be able to work in one of two major metropolitan areas. History of this town, it was originally referred to, it was originally the Lenape tribe were here. And Easton and the surrounding region was known as Lekawintank, which meant the place at the forks. Thomas Penn, the Pennsylvania guy, he set aside 1,000 acres of land at the confluence of the Lehigh and Delaware rivers for the town's establishment, and it was formally founded in 1752. So...
All right.
They built the
they love him out there.
Oh, yeah, everything.
Very popular man.
Penn everything, the Delaware Canal was built soon after that, and then we had this was to get anthracite coal to Philly, New Jersey, and New York. They needed lots of coal to, for industrial shit back then.
Yeah. Is anthracite the one that they burn? Is that what it is?
I think it is. I think that's for industrial type of, I think that keeps a factory running. Another thing here, this is very niche. In 1845, if you're a big fisherman here, in 1845, Samuel Philip, an Easton gunsmith, invented the 6-strip split cane bamboo fly rod. Invented that they use for trout fishing, where you see the guys doing this back and forth all the time.
So they did it with a bamboo? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the poles are bamboo. Trout poles are supposed to be bamboo.
Slit it 6 times, I guess, and get the...
There's that, and there's a weird thing with the reel. I don't know.
Okay.
Either way, there's
it's a reel too?
I think so. Maybe just the rod he invented. This is commemorated by the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Commission. There's a plaque near the center square in Easton. This is where fly rods were invented.
Yeah, because otherwise you just throw it in the water and wait, right?
You wait, or you reel it back in if you're doing lures or whatever, but you don't keep doing this shit. That's a special type of thing.
The invention of getting tennis elbow while fishing.
Yeah, Jesus, that hurt. Having a sore arm from fishing. Reviews of this town, here's 5 stars. I've been living here for over 10 years without a complaint. Easton has a little bit of everything, close to New Jersey and New York, while also having its own downtown area. The city of Easton is up and coming, but still has a strong community that fosters service and standing up for what's right.
A decade of that.
That's standing up for what's right. What are you talking about? All right, 4 stars. Cool bars, music scene, vintage clothes, skaters, live events like the Farmers Market, Garlic Fest, Bacon Fest, and Winter Village.
Well, it sounds like you got everything for anybody from 18 to 38.
Sounds like a real hipster paradise is what it sounds like. Hey, man, let's go to Garlic. Let's skate over to Garlic Fest, brah. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Here's 1 star. Roaches infest Easton. Oh boy. Our workplace currently has a horrible roach problem. The exterminator told me that Easton is basically infested with cockroaches from the sewer and always will be. Don't move here if you're scared of roaches.
And always will be.
We can't kill them.
They got the taste of shit.
That's it. Well, it's like rats in New York City. They're here.
Yeah?
They're here. You're not killing them. You can move them from this area to that area. You can get them out of this building. We'll go to the next one. You can't kill all the rats in New York City. They're going to be there. And roaches are even harder to kill.
That's true. But cockroaches are...
Once they're in, they're in.
Or...
Fuck yeah. Said also there's no parking anywhere, and everyone here will get pissed at you if you park in front of their house or on a public street. The vibes here suck. Bad vibes, brah. Finally, 1 star. Easton was not my cup of tea. I have a big personality, and due to this big personality, I love the city. Not this city. Other cities.
Hey, the big city.
Probably New York City. Easton is not city enough for me. It has its cute restaurants and downtown and the Crayola factory, but that is just the simplest version of what I desire out of my, quote, home.
Yeah.
Well, go move to a city then.
Fuck.
Yeah. Go move away then. Why'd you come here? Things to do. First, there's Bacon Fest.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Pennsylvania Bacon Fest. There is a bacon eating contest.
Okay.
Followed by the annual race to the emergency room, which is that's every year. They one right after the other. It's amazing.
Suppose you could probably just throw that up, right?
I would think so. I would hope you
It's
would.
crazy. That'll shoot out.
Like the hot dog guys. Yeah. And there's also a live DJ set by the Nightlighters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's 3 guys standing there. Then there's also Garlic Fest.
Here we go.
Garlic Fest. We got the James Supra Band. We have, what is this? The Start Making Sense, which is a Talking Heads tribute band.
Nice.
The vendors that night, this is my favorite.
That's it.
No, there's more coming up. That's the preview night. Antonio's Pizzeria and Restaurant, Stinkin' Beer Tent. Everything is stinking because it's garlic.
Yeah.
It's the stinking main stage, all that. Yeah. And my favorite restaurant ever, You Got Porked, which might be the greatest name for a restaurant that's ever existed. You Got Porked. That's awesome.
Yeah, fuck you with a ham bone.
Yeah, and I guess You Got Porked follows the John McNutt Band because they're there also. Karen Kennedy and the All-Star Friends Band. Okay. Little Rooster Blues Band.
Yeah.
Galen Deary and the Reason Why. Local Mutants.
Yeah.
Okay. James Supra Blues Band. Strange Parade. The Unpronounceable, which is described as high-tension hillbillies muse about life and death.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? That's how you advertise your show? High-tension hillbillies? Are they electricians? What's going on here? I don't get it at all.
Heart problems? High tension.
Hypertension hillbillies. So there's that. There's a bunch of more shit. Exploratory Bite. A couple other things. Who cares? Okay, that
sounds awesome. I mean, apart from the music, the food sounds great.
Well, yeah, they're a bunch of garlic shit. I mean, I don't know if you like garlic. Go to
fucking great.
The stinking main stage and do yourself up a little thing here. That said, let's talk about some murder. What do you say here? Okay, let's go. Let's start out hot. June 15th, 2000, Canal Park Museum, which is an abandoned museum at this point. This is off Route 611. Now, there's 2 young ladies here, Michelle Hetzel and Kiri. I want to say Kiri because that's how it's spelled, but it's pronounced Carrie. It's Keary. That's Carrie.
EA?
EA. It looks like Kiri, but it's Carrie. Yeah. So Michelle Hetzel and Carrie Renner. They're looking for their friend Devin, another young lady. They're all in the 18, 19, 20, all these young ladies here. They're looking for their friend Devin, who has not been seen since last night. And there was we'll talk about it, some weird stuff happened, and this Devin took off, and then no one has seen her since the middle of the night last night. So they're all looking for her. She had Michelle Hetzel had come over to Carrie's house where Devin lived with Carrie with some food and said that, why don't we drive around Easton and maybe we'll find her car somewhere. It's not that big of a town. So they said, well, why don't we, then Michelle made another suggestion, why don't we check the Canal Park, which is a spot by the Old National Canal Museum off Route 611. It's a place Michelle and Devin used to go together to hang out. Yeah. It's a hot box or whatever you do there.
Sure.
Well, we'll find out. There's something with boxes. We'll find out. But for sure. And so they drove there, and they find their friend Devin's gray car sitting in the parking lot.
She's here.
So then, apparently, this is a quote from Carrie. I walked up to the car, and I looked in, and I didn't see her. So I'm like, Michelle, she's not here. She's not in the car.
Right.
And Michelle kind of gasped and put her hand over her mouth, and she's like, what do you mean she's not there? Which prompted me to look again. And I'm like, oh, she's sleeping in the back seat. I see her.
Oh, she is here.
She is there. She's in the back seat, so she didn't catch her at first. And Michelle was like, what do you mean she's not here? Like she somehow would know she was in the car. Yeah. So Devin was in the back seat, covered with a green jacket, curled up in a fetal position, as you would sleep in a car. I saw you sleep in a Honda Civic trunk in a similar fashion.
100 times.
While I drove like a madman through the fucking Texas desert.
Through the desert.
Through the desert. So she's back there. Her back is to the front seat. So she's facing back.
Facing the rear, yeah.
Now, she looks here, Carrie looks and sees that her lips and eyebrows are purple. Because this is like mid-morning. It's like 11:30, so you can see in there. And she sees her lips and eyebrows are purple. So Carrie grabbed her jacket and shook her and said, "Baby, are you okay?" And there got no answer out of it. So then a city employee nearby, both ladies start screaming, and they're like sitting there freaked out, not knowing what to do. And a city employee heard the screaming and comes over, and he had already called 911. Apparently, when he heard the screaming, he called 911 just, play it safe.
Yeah.
So he gets over there and says, "Listen, the cops are on their way. Don't move your friend.
Yeah.
Just
Don't touch
stay where you are and let the cops handle this, okay?"
Okay.
So that's where we are. Now, let's find out who has been deceased here.
What's going on? Yeah.
This is Devin Nerida Guzman, Guzman. Devon is Devin. She was born June 15th, 1981. Yeah. She's from Phillipsburg, New Jersey originally. She's got a dad named Ricardo, who's a hell of a character who we'll talk about later. And her mother's name is Melody. She's got a brother named Derek, who we'll also talk about later. Tight-knit family. Real close knit, and everybody gets along, very close to her brother and her parents. Everybody describes her the same way. She's real happy and bubbly and has an imagination and life of the party, people always say.
Happy
She's
girl.
Real happy. She always was a tomboy. Mm-hmm. And then around 1996, when she's 15, she tells everyone that she's bi at this point. Okay. And no one is surprised. Yeah. There's a lot of kids that grow up and then you go, "Yeah, we knew that when you were 7.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
of course you are.
whatever."
Yeah.
So she's bi, though, she says. I don't think she does a complete, she doesn't say she's totally, lesbian. She just says she's bi. And apparently Easton, Pennsylvania wasn't the most accepting place for that shit in the mid-90s. She said that it was a person close to her said it wasn't real acceptable around there. Now, Carrie, her friend that we'll talk about, said everybody that came in contact with her loved her. She was just a normal high school girl. Yeah. Now, as this happened before she is found dead, she was working as a cleaner and living with her girlfriend, Carrie, at the Mineral Springs Hotel in Forks Township. Okay. So they were living there together. Now, Carrie, who we found earlier, is Carrie Ann Renner. She's 20 years old. And she is Devin's live-in girlfriend, and they've, fiance. They're betrothed to each other here. Also a high school friend. She grew up with her in high school.
She's known her a while.
And that's where Michelle came from, too. The three of them all knew each other in high school really well. So now the weird thing is Carrie is married at this time, though. Oh, she's living with a woman, but married to a man who was away at boot camp for the Army.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. You think this is
Does he know?
We don't know.
That's going to be fun later.
He's going to find out, I'll tell you that much. So Carrie and Devin's relationship was, known as passionate and fiery a bit. There's
I imagine.
Been multiple Forks Township police visits to their hotel for physical domestic fights.
Really?
2 19-year-old girls just beating the shit out of each other there, and we'll talk about another one of those. Now, there is another woman here. Devin moved in with Carrie in October of 1999 after she broke up with someone else who she was living with, and that's Michelle, the one who found Devin with Carrie. Michelle's her ex-girlfriend, and the three of them were all...
Everybody knows everybody. Too much.
Yep. Now, Carrie said she and it was 1999 they moved in, and that was soon after Devin and Michelle broke off their relationship. But the problem is, we'll talk about it, Michelle is also married to a guy after this.
What in the fuck is going on, you guys?
A guy named Brandon. And Carrie said that Brandon didn't like that Michelle was still seeing Devin, even though Devin was in a relationship with a lady who was married to a guy in boot camp.
Even though there's 3 other people involved.
Does
in this.
everybody have the strings and the board out to follow this? Because you really
There's
need
a lot of strings attached, my friend.
This is a Frank Pepe moment here, where it's like a cigarette, and it's here, and see, this is the chart. Anyway, so Michelle here is Michelle May Hetzel, Hetzel. She's born 1982. She met Devin and Carrie in the Easton school system. The 3 of them were high school friends before any sort of romantic involvement. Now, Michelle is known as both sweet and manipulative, depending on who you talk to.
Okay.
So some people say her sweetness is just manipulation, and some people say, no, she's sweet, and who knows?
Some people are being manipulated. Some people recognize they're being manipulated.
Totally. So Michelle, after she and Devin broke up, that's when Michelle got married to Brandon Bloss, Bloss, who's older than all of them. He's born in 1975. So
he's much older.
At this point, he's about 25, and Michelle's about 19. Now, this guy doesn't fit into the mix at all. He's a college kid and a dork. He's a real quiet, reserved guy who has a degree in chemistry.
A guy you can manipulate.
A guy who, if he sees a wild chick, you ever seen a romantic comedy?
Yeah.
When the wild chick drags the dorky guy all around the country and he just can't get enough of it? Yeah. He just can't get enough of it because he might get a blowjob someday.
Right.
That's Brandon, it seems like.
Oh, Brandon.
A cop later said Brandon was a very quiet individual. He appeared very intelligent, no criminal history. He was a college-educated person. He had a degree in chemistry. He's a very bright guy.
Wow.
But Michelle and Devin, even while Michelle is married to Brandon and Devin is living with Carrie, who's married to another guy, Michelle and Devin are still fucking around.
Oh.
They've still been having a little ongoing side affair. Side affair, I guess it would be, because the one's a side affair, and it's a side affair.
It's a
side
super.
affair.
It's way on the side.
It's a lot. So Brendan knows about this.
Oh.
That's how meek he is that she fucking tells him about it, and there's nothing he can really do about it, although he's pissed about it. He doesn't like it, obviously.
He doesn't like it.
He's not a big fan of it. They don't invite him or anything, so he's not a big fan of it.
They don't even let him watch.
No, and the other thing that he's pissed about, and this is understandable, Michelle is spending Brandon's money on Devin as well.
That's a problem.
Yeah, she takes later on, and we'll talk about this very soon here, she takes Devin on a romantic vacation to the Caribbean, for Christ's sake, on Brandon.
Not just spending his money.
They're not going to Chili's. They're going to Puerto Rico and like St. Thomas and shit on his credit card.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They're taking
I'd
a
be
tropical
livid.
vacation. Who wouldn't? So
I don't care the gender of the person that you're taking and
that's
fucking
irrelevant.
out there. You're taking someone on my dime and fucking them in a
who
fucking
cares?
Territory.
I don't care what you're putting in your mouth. That's irrelevant to this.
I'm financing it. Fuck.
That's it. So he had been contemplating divorce, but at some point he and Michelle had a talk, and he was telling people that he had faith that Michelle was going to, quote, change and be a real wife for him.
What makes him think that?
I have no idea what makes him think that someone's going to change to the point where they'll say that sexual thing that I have, my sexual preference or whatever it is going to, it's
going to become less hot right now.
Yeah, you know what? Tits don't do it for me anymore. If you like tits, you like tits.
You're going to like them for life.
You're going to like them for a long time. I have no plans of stopping liking tits anytime soon. I don't. Boobs, ass, I have no plans. I'm locked into that for the foreseeable future.
I'm on the same page as Michelle. I will forever enjoy them.
I love it. So January 2000, there was trouble amongst the ladies here.
Yeah.
There was this is a quote here from. Okay, here, quote, this was a very rocky love-hate relationship. Michelle Hetzel in January 2000 filed criminal charges at a district justice office saying she was harassed by Devin.
Okay,
so as of January 2000, she's filing complaints about harassment from Devin, doesn't want her around, but by late May of 2000, Michelle and Devin are going to the islands on Brandon's credit card. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is
Stay
a
away
wild
from me. You're
relationship.
harassing me. Also, I got this plane ticket for you. Michelle bought it.
She bought it with the credit card, with his credit card. So they head for the islands. They go on a trip here. We know they were in Puerto Rico, but several sources say they were also in the U.S. Virgin Islands as well.
Wow.
So we know Puerto Rico for a fact because they made a phone call from Puerto Rico. Either way, big time romantic getaway. I mean, really.
Yeah. Summertime in the Caribbean.
Yeah. And on that trip, they got not officially, not legally, but they had a ceremony. They had a civil ceremony to marry each other.
Okay.
So it's not technically polygamy because it's not a legally binding wedding.
It's just an island wedding.
It's an island wedding that doesn't count legally at the time. They exchanged rings. Michelle bought 3 rings, matching bands for herself and Devin, and then a separate diamond ring for Devin as well. Like an engagement ring. But she's So they called Devin's father Rick from the island and told him that they got married. So that's from Puerto Rico.
You two dipshits are already married.
Yeah, hey dummies. Your girlfriend's married and the other ones are still. What do you do? You only like married chicks, Devin? What's wrong with you? Is what the dad's saying. But they called. They told him that, and they asked if they could live with him when they got back, because obviously they're both in other situations. So they get back home, and none of that happens. They don't live together. No. Things kind of go to shit from there. Devin immediately, almost after getting back, even after getting married, unofficially or whatever, and saying they want to move into her dad's house, when she gets back, Devin starts telling Carrie that she wants to get out of Easton and move to Mesa, Arizona.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. God, I hope you've been there in July. Or anytime. Mesa's horrible, even if it's 73 degrees outside. It's a horrible fucking place, Mesa.
Fuck the weather.
The worst.
You're going to move as a lesbian couple that are married to other
the Mormon tabernacle
the Mormonist
of Mesa.
Mormon town
outside of Salt Lake City.
Arizona.
Yeah. Outside of Salt Lake City and where FLDS runs everything. Outside of those two
Colorado
places.
City and Salt Lake. You're going to move to the worst. You're going to hate your neighbors because they're going to hate you.
Oh, they're going to hate you, all right. Hey, everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you the secret to getting the best wine for the best price with First Leaf.
Try firstleaf.com.
Absolutely. I like a nice glass of wine at the end of the day with your meal, a nice steak or some pasta or something like that. But a lot of people, they just don't know what to buy.
Yeah.
You don't know which wine is good. There's so many different wines, too. And the prices don't really tell you anything either. That's the other thing. You don't know what's good.
Price point changes so drastically and dramatically between bottles. You don't know what's good or not. Yeah.
No, so you just grab something, you hope for the best.
Yeah.
But no, don't do that. First Leaf is the way to go. I found First Leaf, and it makes the whole thing a lot easier. They match wines to your taste and send them right to your door. First Leaf delivers premium wines straight to my door and Jimmy's door every month. All we did was we answered a quick quiz about our preferences, and now they send us personalized selections that we're guaranteed to love. No guesswork, no more settling. And here's the big deal here. This is the thing. Every box comes with easy-to-follow tasting notes and pairing suggestions right in the box. So you can it's great. It teaches you about what to do and everything, too. Whether you're making pasta on a Tuesday or putting together a cheese board for some friends, you're always going to know exactly what to pour. And it's like having a cheat sheet that actually makes us look like we know what we're doing with wine. First Leaf works directly with wineries, which means we get access to award-winning bottles, including wines you can't find at your local store at prices well below. And I'm going to really emphasize well below retail. Prices are great here. Better wine for less money. Kind of a simple no-brainer thing.
Certainly.
You can control your delivery schedule completely. You need wine by Friday, adjust your timing, no problem. Going on vacation, skip a shipment. It'll fit your life perfectly. It fits us perfect. And if a bottle doesn't hit the mark, if it's not what you wanted, First Leaf has a 100% satisfaction guarantee. They'll make it right. You definitely get that buying. You're not going to get that buying wine at the store. They're not going to go, you can't bring back half a bottle of wine and say, I didn't like it. They're going to go, great, buy a different one then. But no, I'm telling you, I love this stuff. I sent them mine. I get some Willamette Valley Pinot Noirs that I really like, a couple of cabs. They know what I want, and now they really send it. They really get honed in on what you're interested in. Stop settling for wines that don't quite hit the mark. Head to tryfirstleaf.com/smalltownmurder to sign up, and you'll get 50% off your first box plus free shipping for an entire year. That's tryfirstleaf.com/smalltownmurder. Tryfirstleaf.com/smalltownmurder.
Now back to the show.
Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show and tell you a better way to sleep with Boll and Branch.
BOLL and branch.com.
Absolutely. We've all had to sleep in the heat. Hot room.
Oh boy.
Nothing worse than waking up and having your pillowcase soaked and you're soaked and your neck is sweaty and your hair is sweaty and your clothes are stuck to you, and it's the most disgusting feeling in the world. It's the worst. I can't stand it, and I cannot sleep in the heat. I can't do it.
It's impossible.
It ruins me. It's miserable. And you can blame your thermostat, the mattress. You can blame anything. Blame your spouse, whatever it is. But it's not that. It's your bedding. The wrong sheets trap heat. You can't have that. Boll and Branch is the cool side of the pillow, but everywhere. You're going to love this. Boll and Branch's summer bedding options are breathable, lightweight, and designed to keep you cool all night. Their sheets are 100% organic cotton, woven specifically for airflow, not just softness. That's what you need. You got to have it. Unlike synthetic, quote, cooling technology or chemically treated, fabrics, the cooling is structural. It's literally how the cotton is woven. And 94% of Boll and Branch customers say their sheets get softer with every wash. How great are these sheets? Tell me about. They're incredible. I know. I love them too. They're amazing. The one, the Percale, Percale sheet set. That's the cooling one, crisp, breathable, 100% organic cotton woven airflow. The summer sheet. It's what you want. You got to get these sheets. They're incredible. They make you feel good. You wake up feeling refreshed instead of gross and hot and sweaty. You can do it too. Come on, everybody. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch. Get 15% off your first order plus free shipping at bollandbranch.com/smalltownmurder with the code smalltownmurder. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/smalltownmurder, code smalltownmurder to unlock 15% off. bollandbranch.com/smalltownmurder, code smalltownmurder. Exclusions apply.
Now back to the show.
They even applied for a gas card to fund the drive so they could put it on a credit card.
Planning on doing it.
They're doing it. Michelle, though, is obsessive about Devin as well and super mad that Devin bounced back toward Carrie. So this is a mess, is what this is. A huge mess. Now,
love triangle of chicks that are already married.
An investigator said Michelle was definitely obsessed with Devin. She would get very upset and angry when Devin would bounce back and forth between her and Carrie, which anybody would. Now, Brandon and Carrie both find out about what happened down there. Carrie said, I was told they exchanged rings. I think it was just kind of teenagers saying, like, I vow to be with you kind of thing. That's what Carrie said, kind of underplaying it. June 14th, 2000. So they've been back from the islands. They've done all that over at Rick Guzman's house, Devin's father's house here, father and his girlfriend. So Devin and Michelle are drinking at the house along with Rick and Rick's girlfriend and Rick's sister. So 5 people hanging out drinking. They start to argue, Devin and Michelle. Because Michelle's upset that Devin hasn't moved out of Carrie's place and isn't planning on doing so anytime soon. So she's pissed. Yeah. So they're fighting, and they end up. The girlfriend, this is Dad's girlfriend, said they ended up leaving in separate cars.
Oh,
the ladies were pissed off. So that later that night at Carrie and Devin's apartment, Devin gets home to Carrie and says. She tells her that Michelle proposed to her and that Devin broke it off and gave the rings back. Okay? So she tells her that.
Accepted, but
then I said
gave
no.
him back. Yeah.
Now, Carrie can tell Devin's been drinking, and that starts a fight. Not only about the rings, but the fact that she's been drinking and just drove home and all that. So, wow. Apparently, Carrie had during all this thing here, she said that earlier in the night when Devin said she was going to her dad's house, she promised that Michelle wouldn't be there, but she was there. Yeah. So Carrie said that Devin was drunk when she came back to the house that they shared, and after Devin said her relationship with Michelle was over, Carrie grabbed a bottle of vodka and put it to Guzman's lips and told her to drink more. Here, drink more. I don't know why that happened.
You like drinking?
Yeah.
Make her smoke the whole carton.
Yep. Go in the closet, you smoke a whole goddamn carton. So the two of them get in a fight now with Devin hitting Renner in the back of the head with the bottle of vodka.
Oh, my God.
And we're talking like a half-full bottle of vodka, too. Heavy.
Empty
bottle.
that fucking thing is dangerous. Yeah.
But heavy, it's even worse. So it hits her in the head, and each of the women slapped each other back and forth a few times, too. So then Devin got a page from, she gets a page. We're talking, this is the, 99, this is 2000. So she gets a page from Brandon and Michelle's number and calls there. Okay. That's what goes on here. This is a series of pages. Devin calls back and gets a hold of Brandon. This is 11 to 11:30 p.m. On June 14th. Devin gets a hold of Brandon, calls back the number, and Brandon answers. So Carrie is right there and can hear through the phone what's going on. Brandon's talking to Devin, and Michelle is screaming in the background. So it's a real pleasant night at both households.
Yeah.
After the call, Devin tells Carrie that Michelle is sick and needs her. Okay. Even though she's got a husband sitting right there. Who's versed in chemistry. He's got this. It's fine. So around 11:30, both of them, Carrie and Devin, drive over to Michelle and Brandon's house on West Joseph Street. Carrie stays in the car. Devin goes to the door. Brandon answers, and Brandon tells her that Carrie has to leave, even though she's only in the driveway, because Michelle doesn't want her there in the driveway.
Oh, my God.
So Devin comes back to the car all pissed off about God knows what, because she's hammered, so who knows. A neighbor watching sees her bang her fist on the hood of the car and say that she's taking Carrie home. Like, I'm taking you home, banging on the thing. Okay. So Devin drops Carrie off a little after 11:30, telling her there's nothing to worry about and she'll be back soon. Carrie said she wanted to walk me up the stairs. She went to give me a kiss, so I turned my head because I was mad. So she kissed my cheek and she told me she loved me, and I was like, whatever, and I walked up the stairs.
God, they love drama.
This is a lot of drama.
These three love conflict.
Oh, they fucking dig it, man. They're teenage girls, no matter, even if there's no love involved, if you just put three teenage girls who hang out together, they'll fight. She said this about me and she's a bitch and this.
They can't just have a nice day.
No, it's hard.
There's no nice days to be had.
It's hard. These are,
my
by
daughter
the way,
has.
Yes, I was going to say, this is from two men who have daughters, and mine's older than a teenager now, and Jimmy's going through the teenage years now. So we are
15. She's had two of them over here. One of them was from out of town. The other one is from the other side of town. Three of them hanging out in my house.
Can't do it.
For 20 minutes, smiles. The rest of the day, they're in different portions of my house.
Yes.
I just walk into a room, there's a teenage girl there. No. Go with the other one.
Texting other people about these two.
Yeah. No smiles to be had.
No. It's a nightmare.
They all hate each other secretly.
Oh, my God. So June 15th, to now add like relationships and sex into that. Imagine what it would be.
Add
this is just
3
friends.
years and hormones of being horny for each other. Now it's crazy.
Now it's real crazy. June 15th, 12:45 a.m. So this is the same night. Now we're past midnight. This is just an hour over after Devin left. Carrie's phone rings, and it's Michelle. And Michelle says, "Where's Devin? She never showed up at my house. It's been over an hour now."
Yeah.
So this is why they get worried. So at 2:30 a.m. now, a couple hours later, Michelle shows up at Carrie and Devin's place with Brandon waiting in the car. She's insistent that they report Devin missing. And Carrie doesn't want to, because Carrie's like, she's out drinking. Maybe she pulled over and just sleeping it off somewhere. I don't want to get her arrested. And is this a good idea?
She's drunk. She may have gotten arrested.
She also might have wrapped her car around a telephone pole. So, who knows here. So Devin, they said, she tells her Devin's taken off before. She always comes home. There's no point in calling anybody. Michelle says, no, we have to. So this is Carrie's account. She said, Michelle sees that Devin's not there, and she's paranoid, and she's worried, and she wants me to report her missing. She said she didn't want to initially call 911, but Michelle was insistent. So around 3 a.m., Carrie calls the Forks Township Police. Now, Brandon went home because he has to work in the morning. Yeah. And Michelle and Carrie drive around looking for Devin. They call off the search around 6 a.m. to rest because they've both been up all night. Yeah. They said they would resume later. So Michelle leaves around 6:30 a.m. A few hours later, Michelle comes back to Carrie's with food now. Yeah. She stopped, got some food. And she said, why don't we drive around Easton and look for the car? Michelle and Carrie hate each other, by the way.
Right.
So now they're working as a team.
And bringing food, breakfast, catered. Yeah.
And this is when Michelle suggests, why don't we check Canal Park, by the old museum there. And that's when they walked up, they see her in the car, and we come to the beginning of the show where she was in the car in a fetal position, and a city worker comes, and they said her lips and eyebrows were purple. So the first officers come, and the two women are on like a low stone wall sitting and crying and hysterical and pointing at the cars, saying that's where to go. Now, when the 911 call comes in, it's reported as a possible overdose or suicide because there is a syringe tucked into her waistband with no cap on it. That's very important. Okay. So the coroner arrives and checks for a pulse and doesn't find anything, pulls up the green jacket, and we see that it's absolutely not a suicide by any stretch of the imagination here. This is 1:13 p.m., now, the coroner says that she probably died up to 12 hours before he arrived, anywhere in that window. He said more than one person was involved in this, too. Oh. Because you can tell by the dragging. Because dragging Guzman's body, they said she had not been killed in the car, and we'll tell you how we know that for sure. But they said, because there's very little blood, and her wounds would definitely have make blood. So the body was dragged, leaving no dirt on her back, but marks on the buttocks and some dirt on the leg of her pants, meaning people carried her head and feet, and her bottom was dragging a little bit because you'd sag down if you don't stiffen yourself up. Yeah. Also says, the coroner says the car is a staged scene and that the knife found in Devin's hand was placed there. Oh. They can tell very easily by rigor whether something was placed in your hand later or not. Yeah. That's a big thing they always say with guns. When someone tries to place a gun, it looks like you put a gun in a G.I. Joe figure's hand. Right. Like it doesn't look right to them. They can tell immediately. So he said a small syringe found on the body contains an unidentified substance and probably played no role in her death. Her death is ruled a homicide by asphyxiation and severe neck injury. And we'll find out what those are. What? He found a 4-inch laceration across her throat that went almost all the way back to her spine.
And still was so she drowned. Is that what they're saying?
Her throat was completely cut. Yeah. Severed her tongue.
Oh, my.
Cut the right carotid artery and right jugular vein clean in half. Not
like
nicked
up
them.
Against the chin.
Almost cut her head completely off.
Yeah.
This is a wound that would produce an insane amount of blood.
So much blood.
The most blood, and there's hardly any blood in the car. Like nothing. So they're like, it definitely didn't happen in the car, and someone must have helped carry her. So 2 people did this. The investigator said someone was trying to lead investigators to believe that this was a self-inflicted wound, but it was an amateurish attempt. It appears that the people that were staging this really didn't know what they were doing.
Amateurish? It's real bad.
This is definite fucking amateur hour. So, and they tried to make it look like a suicide, but how the fuck do you cut your own throat back to your spine and then cover yourself with a jacket? Yeah. That's never happened.
And snuggle in.
Yeah. Police talked to Michelle and they talked to Carrie, obviously, because they're the two that were there that found her, so they're going to talk to them first. They describe Michelle. They talked to her first. They describe her, one of them said, a meek and mild young girl. Mm-hmm. She told police that she and Devin had been together back in high school, but that was all in the past, and she's married now and happy with her husband and just old friends with Devin. So she lies. She was soft-spoken. She said, yeah, it's over. And she did say, though, that, Carrie's the one you need to look at. She's got a temper. She's got a temper. She said Michelle emphasized how jealous Carrie got and how volatile the relationship was and how there'd been a fight that very night. They got in a physical altercation. She wanted police to, you should really, when you talk to Carrie, really have your guards up, So they go talk to Carrie down the hall. And she tells a completely different story. Completely different. Yeah. She said, I was the last to see Devin that night, and I was angry, and we did get in a fight.
Yeah.
So at this point, they both look pretty equally guilty.
Equally culpable. Yeah.
It almost looks like they did it together, Michelle and Devin. Or Michelle and Carrie.
Sure.
So the police are very confused. One thing, though, she does not tell the police. Oh, I'm sorry, she does tell the police, but Michelle had not told the police is that Michelle and Devin were still together, actively having sex and shit. And Michelle was the one who was obsessive and possessive, not me. That's what she says. She said that Michelle and Devin had just come back from a romantic trip where they'd exchanged rings. So now the detectives have two absolute polar opposite stories. They have the timeline's all the same, but outside of that, everything else is different. How the relationships are, the dynamics between them, totally different. So then they have to figure it out of who did this. The girlfriend who got in a physical fight that night with her and got whacked in the head with a bottle of vodka is a pretty good suspect.
That's the first one that you talk about, yeah.
And then the other lady is also a pretty good suspect who's cheating on her husband, banging her. It's a totally different thing. So they have Devin's funeral. The night before the funeral, Devin's brother Derek goes up to Carrie, and this is Devin's family said. He said, quote, "You see these eyes? These are my sister's eyes too. You look at me and tell me you didn't kill her." And she said, "I swear to God I didn't hurt her. I didn't kill her."
Oh, look in my eyes.
Look in my eyes.
Same eyes.
Tell me that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6 days after the murder, police set up surveillance on Brandon and Michelle. They believe they're the ones to look at more than Carrie. Carrie is very cooperative with the police this entire time, more cooperative than these two.
Chemistry man and Michelle, though.
That's who they're going to look at just because they don't have any other ideas. So they have no evidence or no way to get a search warrant or anything like that. So basically they just sit on their house and wait for them to throw garbage out, and then they take the garbage and look through it.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. So the detective is doing these trash pulls. He said they kept doing it once a week for about a month. And they kept finding bandages in there, gauze pads that were used over a wound with blood on them. One of them, they kept seeing a pattern of a bite mark in blood on there.
Oh, on the
gauze.
bandage.
If you put it on your arm, and that's that thing. So that actually is enough to get them a search warrant somehow.
Really?
Must have been a judge in a very good mood. Real good mood. So inside the house, this is a month afterwards, mind you. They go in, and the first thing they find is a pair of Michelle's jeans soaking alone in the washing machine in a tub of soapy water with nothing else in it. A test on the water came back positive for blood, and in the pocket of those jeans was a syringe cap that matched perfectly the capless syringe found in Devin's waistband.
They kept it.
They kept that. Yeah. So they also found blood residue in the backyard and on a garden hose, consistent with someone trying to wash off blood off themselves. They also have a seizure of computers, airline receipts, a pool cover, even a fence picket.
Oh.
I don't know what they're taking there. They also took diamond rings and other things from the house of Michelle's parents and Michelle's room at that home. So police impound their car. These searches took place on August 29th, by the way, so time has gone by.
Yeah.
This was June 14th, 15th, this happened. Police impound Brandon and Michelle's car.
Mm-hmm.
In the trunk of the car, they find 2 pairs of rubber gloves, Brandon's T-shirt, and a pair of jeans, both stained with blood that's consistent with Devin's.
6 weeks later, they hung on to this?
That's right. They still had the jeans soaking in a washing machine.
6 weeks later.
These fucking jeans. What is wrong with you? How great.
They're American Eagle. They fit so comfy now.
I get you get a pair of jeans, makes your ass look right. You hang on to them. But come on.
You got to keep that pair.
His sweatshirt, socks, and sneakers all showing indications of human blood.
Yeah. How about if you're going to you don't wear your good clothes for that?
Nope. Extra large bloody sweatshirt that belongs to him. Yeah. Oh, and on the green jacket that was over Devin's body, there's hairs consistent with Michelle, which, whatever.
Though. Yeah.
In the car, though, there's hairs consistent with Brandon.
Uh-oh.
Why would Brandon's hairs be in her car unless they somehow fell off of Michelle when they went from here to here? Yeah. So there's some secondary transfer possibility there, but that's not a casket sealer there, coffin sealer. Yeah. So police talk to Brandon. They bring him in. He's quiet. They ask him about his wife's affair with Devin. Yeah. And he admitted that, that happens and it makes him uncomfortable. He admitted, yes, they did go on an island trip on his credit card, and that did piss him off pretty good. So
expensive.
Yeah, it's a little pricey. But he insisted that neither of us, myself nor Michelle, had anything to do with Devin's death. That's crazy. Yeah. So they said this is an interesting thing. They talked to Devin June 15th, the day of the murder, because he came to talk with Michelle, to be with Michelle at the station. They talked with him, and that day he was wearing a long-sleeve T-shirt, which is odd in eastern Pennsylvania in mid-June.
Yeah.
What's with all that coat, man? It's June.
Yeah. Why are you so cold, man?
Philip, come on, man. What's with all this coat?
That was in June or
this
August?
Gun, man. This was June 15th was the first, that was when the murder happened. This is the first time they had talked to him. He had a long sleeve shirt on that day, which they just dismissed because there's a lot of other shit going on. Okay. But when they finally get a warrant to photograph him, they find on his left forearm, he's got a bite mark healing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. His explanation was that night that there was going on, Devin not only fought with Carrie, but got in a physical fight with Michelle, and he got in the middle of it and got bit by her.
Okay.
That's what he said. Or he got bit by somebody. Yeah. Everybody's real wily. Yeah, it's like it's like having like 4 badgers in there with these two chicks fighting. So they sent the photos and dental impressions to a forensic odontologist, and we'll talk about that later. So Michelle and Brandon, they just carry on before all this is going on. Yeah. They had between these interviews and the murder, Michelle announced to family and friends that she was pregnant with twins.
Oh, what?
Not true at all. She's not pregnant. There's no twins. She just made it up and told people.
Why'd she do that?
Oh, who knows? She's manipulative, like we said.
She's an interesting gal.
And they went on a vacation to Mexico together.
She loves traveling.
She loves going hot places where everybody speaks Spanish. It's her favorite
for a
thing
young girl.
Loves it.
Wow.
Well, I mean, maybe it's legal drinking age. You can go down there and get hammered.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So then the neighbor witness comes forward. This is Joseph Welsh, who lives across the street from Brendan and Michelle, and said the couple often argued. On June 14th, he heard the couple and looked out, and Hetzel was lying on the sidewalk yelling, quote, "What the fuck do you want me to do?" to him, to Brendan, while she's lying on the sidewalk. He heard a commotion at the same home about 12:30 a.m. on June 15th and saw Devin on the porch and heard Brandon say something like, "You're not going," to Michelle. Moments later, Devin walked to the hood of her car, pounded on the hood, and told the person inside the car, who the neighbor couldn't see, that she was taking the passenger home. Okay. Then a very big piece of evidence falls. George Vine comes forward.
Who's he?
He's a guy who about 3 months before Devin was killed, he's a friend of Michelle's. Michelle went to him and offered him either sex or money, whichever you're more into.
It's a currency.
To, quote, get rid of Devin. Yeah. Because this was after she had filed harassment charges and shit, and before they went on vacation and said they were married. So, yeah. He said he didn't take her seriously and figured she was just drunk and pissed off and venting. Yeah. So he didn't take her seriously, didn't call the cops. But then when Devin turned up dead, he was like, oh shit, I better call the cops before I get blamed for this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And a separate acquaintance said that as early as February 2000, Michelle had described the relationship as love-hate and had expressed a wish for Devin to be dead. Okay. Another witness here, here. Oh, no, that's okay. Deleted pages they find also from the pager, deleted, beeper conversations. Records seized from Michelle and Brandon's house show numerous calls going out to Devon's pager that night, repeated pages right up until the time she dropped Carrie off. Every single one of those pages was erased from the pager before police recovered it. So that shows some consciousness of guilt there if you're erasing shit. So they said, what's the motive here? Maybe that she's obsessed and rejected. Yeah. And, she tried to hire somebody. That didn't work, and who knows? One investigator said, if I can't have her, no one's going to have her, and probably went to Brandon and said, look, if you help me do this, this will save our marriage. That's what we think the motive was. Wow. Okay. So one investigator said there's no question that Michelle Hetzel manipulates people. She's a pathological liar. Yeah. So they're arrested in August here after the searches and everything.
Brandon and Michelle
are arrested after they find her blood on things and all of that. Yeah. They're each charged with first-degree murder and criminal conspiracy to commit homicide.
Not bad.
Not good. They're deciding whether to go for the death penalty on them. So it's not good. They eventually decide not to do that, to go for life. They're both charged with this. The judge approves a defense request for a psychological evaluation of Michelle. Because, holy shit. Now,
this sounds crazy, so let's check.
Let's make sure. Yeah, let's look under the hood here, kick the tires. Hit the tires with the old Ozark Thumper, see how they're doing there. So, by the way, people, we reviewed, everybody out there, we reviewed an Ozark Thumper on Your Stupid Opinions, so check that out this week.
It's the fun one.
It's out right now. August 2001, here the next year, so they sit in jail for a year.
Okay.
Brandon's defense attorney had hired a forensic odontologist, Dr. Dennis Azen, to examine and photograph the wound there. So police later seized the photographs and tracings by warrant and handed them to a second odontologist, who was the one for the state. Yeah. Devon's body is then exhumed in August of 2001 to take dental impressions.
Oh.
So the state's odontologist concludes that the bite mark was not consistent with Michelle, Carrie, or Brandon, but was a reasonable degree of certainty, was most consistent with Devon's teeth out of the whole crew here. Yeah. So they've completely, that's a completely...
Bite marks are weird, yeah.
It's a complete horseshit pseudoscience bullshit thing to do is what it is. They found it for years and years that was like, this is as good as DNA.
Unless you're biting into clay.
It's all bullshit.
It's
all bullshit. Yeah, total bullshit. So, hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you how to find a good deal on Whatnot.
Oh, Whatnot. It's an app. Whatnot.
It's so fun to find deals. Yeah. It's the best. That's the best feeling. It's like discovering gold in your yard. It's awesome. I love it. And this is what this is. It's really good stuff. You get on here, there's these auctions, and they're like live auctions. So stuff's going on. You can see the stuff right in front of you. You can communicate with the sellers even and say, hey, show me that. Closer look at that. Let me see this. It's really cool. It's excellent. I'm telling you. And if you're like a garage sale, bargain hunter type of thing, like this is for you. I'm telling you, it's really, really good. I found cool stuff on Whatnot. I found a watch I really, really like. And I tend to get really bogged down deep in the sports cards and sports memorabilia stuff. I really enjoy looking at those old baseball cards and things like that. And they have it all here at Whatnot. It's anything you could want. And it's really great. It's an app. It's the number one live shopping app in the U.S. where shopping happens in real time, real people, real conversations, and incredible deals. It's really fun. On Whatnot, you're connecting with the sellers and your other shoppers as well. It's like hanging out with a group that understands what you're doing here. It's the fun way to shop. You almost never pay full price. You shop name brands across makeup, perfume, clothes, handbags, jewelry, and more, all without the retail sticker shock that we all get. It's the best place to find deals on products that you're going to love. There's amazing sellers with great taste. They go live 24/7. You can comment in real time. They'll show you a close-up of the clothes, explain the sizing, answer any questions. And if you have clothes, bags, accessories sitting in your closet, say, that you no longer need, Whatnot makes it easy to turn them into cash. Connect with shoppers who share your style and have fun going live while doing it. It's a great way to find new brands also because sellers don't gatekeep. It's good stuff. Like I said, I go on here all the time. I found a cool Movado watch that was like an antique one, not antique, but like it was an older one that was a different model.
It's a model they don't make anymore.
They don't make it anymore. It's really cool. I like it. I got that and I dig it. So you should do it too. Download Whatnot today and get $20 off and free shipping on your first purchase. Search Whatnot. That's WHATNOT in the App Store. Sign up and start finding the best deals on products you love with $20 off and free shipping on your first purchase.
Now back to the show.
Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you how to teach your teens about money with Cash App.
That Cash App.
Absolutely. I wish that someone would have taught me anything about money.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Anything about this. And Cash App is so great for this. It just really is. Just to keep you organized, to teach you how to learn how to put this together and understand how it works. And for all the parents out there with teenagers, we know you're already trying to keep a million different things under control. Cash App is here to make sure your teen's money and their spending isn't adding to that craziness. Cash App is designed to help teens 13 to 17 where they are with intuitive educational tools available through sponsorship by an eligible parent or guardian. Teens gain access to a personalized Cash App card that comes in different colors and patterns to fit their style and the ability to instantly access money from friends and family. It's great stuff, this Cash App. Cash App makes managing money feel easier and honestly just cooler than all the other options out there. The platform also has tools that can help teens develop real-world financial habits in a space that's safe and easy to navigate. I wish I would have had that. That is awesome. It's really great for your kids. All of this with your oversight and approval. If your teen is getting their first job, Cash App can get them access to their paychecks up to 2 days early and can help them achieve personalized savings goals they can set themselves all up within the app. With Cash App, these tools become something they'll actually want to use because they were designed with them in mind. And finally, no one wants unnecessary surprises. With Cash App, there's no monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, no hidden charges when sending or receiving money. With the Cash App card and your teen's balances receive 24/7 fraud monitoring. And if the card ever gets lost, you have the ability to lock their card right from your phone with just one tap. Skip the stress and give your teen a way to learn financial responsibility with no hidden fees. Download Cash App and get started today. New Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use the code FAMILY10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Visa Debit Flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. And the Bancorp N.A. pursuant to a license from Visa USA Inc. See terms and conditions for the Sutton prepaid card, the Sutton Debit Flex card, and Bancorp Debit Flex card. Savings provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures.
Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services for MyPay and Chime Card provided by Chime's bank partners. Optional products and services may have fees or charges. Stated annual percentage yield and cashback for Chime Prime only. No minimum balance required. Checking account ranking based on a J.D. Power survey published October 20, 2025. For more information on APY rates, MyPay, SpotMe, and travel perks, go to chime.com/disclosures.
Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show and tell you about the safest sponsor that we ever have had here, Simply Safe.
SimplySafe.com, SIMPLI safe.com.
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. We love Simply Safe, and we have had, this is the product that we've used the most of anything we've ever advertised. This is the product we've used it the most. Great. We love it. We stand by these people 100%. It is the best way for peace of mind for your home, your office, your family, everything. Because in the U.S., there's a break-in about every 26 seconds, which is a lot. That means somewhere right now, there's an intruder getting closer to somewhere. And most security systems, the problem is they alert you after the break-in's already started. Great. Now someone's in my house. You've listened to this show. You know what can happen. Is that what you want? You want to know that they're in your house? I want to know about it beforehand. And that's where Simply Safe comes in. And that's why we choose Simply Safe to secure our homes and studios. Using the Outdoor Camera Series 2 and advanced AI alerts, Simply Safe's U.S.-based live agents identify threats on your property and deter them, stopping crime before it starts. They see it, they talk to them, they say, get out of here. Cops are being called. Stupid, go. It's amazing. You want that so bad. We have both used Simply Safe the whole time. Houses, offices. I can't put together IKEA furniture, but I can install the Simply Safe because it was that easy. And it's Simply Safe. It's a game changer for us. And here's what we love most about it. I'm telling you, no long-term contracts.
Nope.
You don't want to be locked into some contract. They don't need that because Simply Safe, they want to earn your business every day. That's how they do it. Also, peace of mind. I mean, honestly, you see all these break-ins, you see things happening, and we read our show. We're talking on Small Town Murder all the time. We go, oh, my God, I'm happy I have this. It makes me feel good. And with the monitoring and deterrence plan starting at under $1 a day, you can't beat that. That's crazy. Imagine having it's basically like having your own home security person. Right. Like a big gargoyle standing there. Yeah. $1 a day. That's crazy. It would cost a lot more. And like we said, so easy to set it up. And I'm telling you, we want you to experience the same peace of mind that we do, which is why we've partnered with Simply Safe for an exclusive offer of discount to our listeners. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/small. That's half off at simplysafe.com/small. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Now back to the show.
They said Brandon's right-handed. If he came up from behind her and put her in a chokehold position, it would have been the spot where she would have bit him. Forearm, right like that. The bite mark to Brandon's arm would suggest that Devin put up a fight. Devin seems like she'd put up a fight. She just clocked a chick with
Doesn't seem like she's going quietly into the night.
No, she clocked a chick with a vodka bottle 2 fucking hours ago. You don't think she's putting up a fight now? So Michelle, before trial, she wants Carrie's inconclusive polygraph examination to be included in this, to be admitted, which they're never admitted into court, polygraphs. But she just wants to put out in the public that Carrie had an inconclusive polygraph test. Apparently, this test was taking place on July 3rd of 2000. They say that in the documents attached, they say that Renner was involved, this is Carrie, in a relationship and lived with Guzman and is one of the last people to see her alive. At the examination, the report said that Carrie continued to deny any involvement in the victim's death, and questions about the incident were developed for use during the polygraph. He said, using a standardized scoring method, I was unable to render an opinion about her truthfulness when she answered the test questions. So, yeah, she told the same story, and it was inconclusive. So we don't know. Now, Michelle also wants her case severed from Brandon as well. She wants to be tried separately because she said she was never notified that her and her husband would go to trial together because consolidation would severely prejudice her from receiving a fair trial and because a joint trial could keep her from presenting evidence that could be precluded because of spousal immunity and privilege.
So she wants to blame him?
Basically, she wants her own trial where he can be this boogeyman, not some quiet chemist sitting next to her.
And if we're in it together, then because we're married, I can't say that guy probably did it. Yeah.
Exactly. So if we go the other direction, I can just throw him. He's this boogeyman, you know? So, they said she also is concerned that her defense could be jeopardized because Brandon has hired Florida attorneys who have a lack of familiarity with the substantive law and procedure in Pennsylvania. She also said that the trial should be moved to another county because of media coverage. She also says because DNA evidence will play a large role, she wants to be given money for experts. There is some drama at one of the hearings, okay? Great. This is Ricardo Guzman, Devin's father. This is a crowd of about 50 people in court here. Out of nowhere, apparently, he's going to be restrained and removed from the court after moving toward the defendants and shouting at them, quote, "I got a pair of pliers and a blowtorch, man. I'm going to kill you." as he went toward them.
Where, in your pocket, Rick?
Jesus, Marcellus Wallace over here fucking looking for vengeance.
I'm going to get medieval on both of you.
Yeah. He pop out of a bowl of rice in Indochina. I want a motherfucker there to put a cap in his ass. That's what's going on here.
Yeah.
Wow. Pair of pliers and a
blowtorch,
blowtorch, man. I'm going to kill you. So they had to remove him, and he didn't regret it
and he's
all.
Right.
He's sure, why not?
Right. Yeah.
Now, by the time the trial is here, the marriage is over and they're divorced.
Oh, really?
Brandon and Michelle.
Oh, that's great.
Divorced.
She can do what she wants now.
Yeah. The jury selection starts in 2001 for the trial, all ready to go on the morning of September 11th, 2001.
Plea bargain.
No, the trial is ready to start on the morning of September 11th, 2001. They sit down, get ready to start doing jury selection, and then they have to evacuate the courthouse. Everybody has to leave.
An hour and a half away. They can
and the
see
country and the country shut down for the next fucking
6 months. Yeah.
Oh man. Now that's crazy. Michelle's team continues to press to get the trial moved, saying that the local media leaned hard into the lesbian love triangle aspect of the whole thing. That's what the whole thing is. How do you not lean into that?
Right.
And she said it poisoned the jury pool. Now, 2 jurors were removed from the panel because noting that all the jurors who had seen coverage, they were the only 2 who had fixed opinions, and they were both dismissed. The first was a real estate agent and said that Hetzel's sister is a client, so they were dismissed. And the second says he knows a potential witness. So the jury is made up of 8 women and 4 men at the end. Opening arguments start 2 weeks later, September 25th, 2001. In the openings, the prosecutors lay out exactly what they said happened. Takes 2 people. How'd she know to go look there? I mean, it looks pretty bad for Michelle and for
she
Brandon.
was shocked when nobody was in the car. She said, well, I left somebody in the car.
What are you talking about? Somebody kidnapped the dead person I left in here? What
Look
the fuck?
harder.
Yeah, keep looking. So the defense, though, they say a different story.
Yeah.
They say that Hetzel, Guzman, they're in love, and that that Michelle would have done her no harm. She loved her.
Yeah.
She said all that evidence they talk about, blood and hairs and all that, quote, proves absolutely nothing. He said, Michelle didn't do it. Don't accept things at face value. Don't accept obvious things at face value.
She soaked her jeans for 6 months.
Goddamn month and a half. So
6 weeks, I mean.
Yeah. Carrie and Devin, he said, often fought. And at the time, Devin had to go to the hospital because she was cut during an altercation one time. God. Michelle loved Guzman and said that Guzman was Michelle's best friend, only friend, her lover.
Yeah.
When she drove to the canal and saw her car, she said she told Renner, quote, I could kill her. She also said that Devin had written a note to Carrie saying she was leaving because the 2 needed time apart. And then Bloss's attorney said that Michelle slit Devin's throat. So Michelle's attorney says Carrie did it, and Brandon's attorney says Michelle did it.
Michelle did it, yeah.
With a knife. She confessed to another woman named Kara Judd, who we'll talk about. She's a witness. The killing came after Devin and Michelle were fighting in Michelle's house. Devin stepped in to try to protect his wife, and he and Guzman fell to the floor where Guzman bit him on the left forearm.
Got it.
He said that despite Michelle's attempts to have Devin move out of Carrie's house, Carrie and Guzman talked about moving away and going to Arizona. So he said that as Brandon tended to his wound, Michelle and Guzman went into the garage, which is detached from the home at the end of the property. What is it? Are we going to meet there to rumble? What are we talking about?
They got a detached garage?
Not bad. He said, Hetzel, so Michelle, he said, was carrying a knife. And he said the next thing she knew, Devin's head was in her lap and she wasn't breathing. Michelle looked at her lawyer and laughed as Brandon's lawyer gave this. Not good. So this guy,
Jesus.
Brandon's lawyer said that Brandon walked into the garage and saw what had happened and helped his wife put Devin's body into the car and drove it to the park, moving the body. That's how he got Guzman's blood on his clothes just from helping her. Yeah. He said, quote, "After you hear this unique story, you will understand that Brandon Blas did not kill Devin Guzman and didn't conspire to kill Devin Guzman." After you hear this unique story.
I'll usually call that a lie.
That's what it is. He said Michelle, in addition to her affair with Devin, had once been lovers with Carrie, too.
Right.
We didn't know that till then. Michelle Hetzel and Carrie Renner used to live together. It went from a triangle to just closed a circle. It's a complete circle.
It's just an oval.
It's just could go on forever. So one witness, Kara Judd, comes in and she has a diary. She dated one of Brandon's sisters. She testifies that Michelle confessed the whole thing to her and that Kara Judd had a diary and wrote it down at the time and has the diary still.
Shit.
Michelle, according to Kara Judd, was enraged that Devin had brought Carrie to the house that night, and when Devin came back alone, the two women fought inside. Devin bit Brandon when he stepped in on Michelle's behalf. Michelle grabbed a knife and, quote, "the next thing she knew, there was blood everywhere."
Uh-huh.
Michelle described soaking her jeans in the washer and said Brandon had hosed down the garage.
Oh.
So this all lines up with what Michelle told this woman. All the evidence lines up with that.
Right.
Michelle testifies.
Really?
And later she's going to admit parts of Judd's diary were accurate, but insisted the confession part was made up.
Oh, well, why would she write that? And
who knows?
Why would that be true, but that's not true? That means all of it's true.
If some of it's true, she has no fucking horse in this race.
No reference for any of this.
Now, in August 2005, later on, there's apparently an article in the Express Times indicated Judd later admitted to a unrelated theft. She had a theft thing, so the defense wants appeals based on the fact that she shoplifted a Twix bar.
Now she steals shit.
Now Then they bring in George Vine, and he says, he tried to hire me. She said Michelle asked him to, quote, "kill Guzman, knock her off, get rid of the body."
Yeah, we were going to fuck about it.
Yeah, we were going to fuck. He said she was just fed up with the arguments. Maybe she wanted to start up a life with Brandon. I don't know how to answer that, he said, when they said, why did she want this?
It's so easy to just do that.
Yeah. Carrie talks about everything she said before. She said hours before Devin was killed, Brandon told her that he was not about to give his wife to a lesbian relationship with Guzman. I'm not giving my wife away here. She talks about, going everywhere. She talks about finding the body and what do you mean it's not in there? She said,
I put it right there.
Yeah. She said, as they cried, Michelle cried as Carrie testified that she thought Devin was alive and wanted to take her to the hospital, but a city worker nearby said he already called the police. Yeah. So now we get to the defense, and there is different defenses because they have different needs and wants, Michelle and Brandon. Their things are not, simpatico.
Two different ways to get innocent here.
Brandon presents no evidence at all, no defense, no witnesses. He doesn't testify. Michelle put on witnesses, including her own mother, who testified that Brandon had confessed to her that he killed Devin. Oh. And then Michelle took the stand herself, swore she had nothing to do with it, and she said she believed Brandon did it alone. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the defense theory is that on Michelle's side is Brandon acted alone out of jealousy and rage because Michelle had, been hooking up with Devin. Yeah. So the prosecution said, well, someone had to drive Devin's car to the canal and someone had to drive the getaway car back. Right away, that's two people. Never mind the carrying.
Then you're in it.
That's it. If he did it, so did you. And Michelle lied about nearly everything else. So what do you want here?
Yeah.
The neighbor also testifies that Devin came to the house once but was turned away and never came back.
Oh.
He's the guy who lived across the street. Oh, that's Michelle. That's what Michelle said. But the guy across the street said, no. He said, no, she left and then she came back.
He saw her come back.
He was awoken by shouting at 12:35 a.m. He saw a woman with her back to him being told by two people inside the house that she couldn't come in and then watched the fist banging and all that. Then a little later saw Devin's car come back again. They tried to say she didn't come back. Now, the verdict, the jury deliberates into the night. The judge asked them, do you want to go home and start in the morning, or do you want to just press through?
Right.
And they said, let's fucking do it. Let's press through.
Okay.
So they deliberate past midnight. Wow. They let them go. The jurors were given a chance to go home or stay, and they all voted to go on and keep going. Yeah. So just after midnight, they come back with a verdict. By the way, Michelle complains that they were allowed to keep going, and they should have been stopped.
And that's illegal. Yeah.
That's illegal for some reason. So just after midnight, they come back with verdicts, and here we go. First off, conspiracy to commit murder, not guilty, both of them.
No conspiracy. We didn't prove that.
No conspiracy. Then first-degree murder, both of them, guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty.
You did it.
They were acquitted of the conspiracy charge, which Michelle's lawyers will try to leverage later, arguing you can't convict them as a team of murder while clearing them of conspiracy. But the court said that the Commonwealth said that they never had to name who did the actual stabbing, only that they acted together with intent and evidence. The evidence did that. Yeah. So then it's first degree. So sentencing comes around. They're each going to get the same sentence. So that's nice. That's equal treatment here.
Sure.
You, sir, and ma'am, you married couple.
You too. Yeah.
May fuck off life without parole.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. And she was barely 19 when this happened. So she's 20 getting life without.
He's only 6 years older.
Yeah.
But that's harder than 19. Yeah.
19 is, wow.
That's so young.
2003, Ricardo and Melody Guzman, Devin's parents, file a complaint in the court seeking unspecified damages from Michelle and Brandon. They're suing them. Yeah. In the lawsuit. For something. They say that Michelle asphyxiated Devin and cut her throat or assisted Brandon in the commission of the crime, and says that Bloss either committed the murder or helped Michelle, and claims that they were both negligent to prevent one another from inflicting physical harm to Devin Guzman. It also claims wrongful death and seeks punitive damages. Michelle appeals. There's some appeals here. They found one of them here. The seizure of the defense bite mark photos was technically a violation of the attorney work product doctrine, which is a real legal error, by the way. But it was ruled harmless by the court because all of the other evidence, the blood, the hair, the neighbor, the trunk, this one error.
Soaked for 6 weeks.
Yeah, one error would not have swayed the jury here. And it rejected, she had 11 claims, including they didn't change the venue, they didn't sever the cases. They reject all of them, and they affirmed both convictions. 2009 Federal District Court, Michelle files a habeas petition. The judge here rejects her claims of ineffective assistance of counsel, improper venue, wrongful failure to sever, and the mid-trial dismissal of a jury, but issued a narrow certificate of appealability on the venue question, essentially saying reasonable judges could disagree about whether the, quote, lesbian love triangle publicity warranted moving the trial. 2010, in the Third Circuit, U.S. Court of Appeals affirmed her conviction again. They said there was 72 articles on the case, but only 24 after January 1st, 2001, which is 10 months before the trial. They said roughly 3 a month. They found that only about 3% of the jury pool held fixed opinions, far below thresholds that the Supreme Court cases that have been talked about, talk about. So there's conviction stands. Then she pulls some wild shit out of her ass.
What's she got?
Wow. After the U.S. Supreme Court's Miller versus Alabama line of cases barred mandatory life without parole for juveniles, Michelle files under that, even though
she says I'm a juvenile.
She was 18 years old when the murder happened.
What does she want?
That's just math. You were 18. You're not a juvenile.
There's a hard number here that we designed as an adult.
Can you imagine a judge with their gavel like, am I missing something here?
Does 19 come before 18?
Hold on a second here.
I've been counting wrong.
Did we raise it to 21? Like, what are we talking about here?
Did we move adulthood?
What the fuck is going on?
Or did we move 19? Does 19 come after 4 now?
I mean, they say it has no merit and it fails. Well, I mean, you could be 14, kill a person, and they'll charge you as an adult. So I guess it makes sense. Why not try to go the other way? Fuck it.
That's the logic.
2012 to 2025, Brandon's filing a bunch of shit about the bite mark, saying that the forensic bite mark evidence is more art than science, but the courts say it's not enough to overturn shit, basically, because there's a lot of other evidence. So it's dismissed.
She got a soaked garden hose.
Yeah. 2014, Devin's brother Derek dies at age 30 somehow. I don't know what he died from, but he's dead at 30.
That's fucked up.
Real fucked up. So where are they now? Well, Devin's brother's dead, but otherwise, Michelle and Brandon divorced while they were incarcerated. As of 2026, both in prison, life without parole. Michelle at SCI Muncie and Brandon at SCI Somerset. Neither has been able to establish who did the actual murdering, but it doesn't matter because they did it together.
Who cares?
Devin is buried at the Northampton Memorial Shrine in Palmer Township, Pennsylvania. And Carrie, give her the last word here. Carrie said that she loved Devin and everything about her. She said she still thinks about her. She says, some days it's hard to be happy. And I believe that's because I've only ever really loved Devin. And I still keep her presence strong in my everyday life. By the way, she said that she built a life, an army career, and has kids. I think she stayed with her husband, the army guy.
Wow.
And had kids with him and shit, which is... Did anyone look at him? If I was in boot camp, my wife was living with some chick, I might get upset about that. Maybe look at him. I don't know.
Well,
but no, I'm
he
just
was
kidding.
gone,
That's crazy.
right?
Yeah, he was at boot camp. I'm joking. This is done. There's been a ton of shows on this, but not a lot lately until very recently when Snap did an episode after it's already been on our fucking schedule. So guys, fuck these pissing me off.
That's not Snapped.
It's not Snapped, no. There's a Forensic Files episode from June of, from 2004. There is I Killed My BFF from 2014 and Grave Secrets, which is from 2016. And then Snap did one in 2026 in May, just recently. I was like, you assholes. So that's all right. We did a way better job than Snapped, I'm sure. So
and it's not Snapped. That's not a Snapped. Why did they do it Snapped?
No, this is just crazy. So there you go, everybody. That's Easton, Pennsylvania. Very quick through the end here. Shutupandgivememurder.com is where you go for all of your ticketing needs and all of your merchandise needs. Also, if you are, whatever app you're listening on, give us 5 stars. It helps a lot. Just say whether you're more of a mayo or mustard person, and then tell us maybe what kind of mustard you like if you're more mustard on there. That's all you have to say on your review. It doesn't matter. Give us 5 stars. Netflix, thumbs up helps a lot. Do that. Yeah. Shutupandgivememurder.com. All your tickets. September 18th, Milwaukee at the Pabst. September 19th, Minneapolis at the State Theater. Get your tickets right goddamn now. There's going to be awesome shows. And then
amazing
also
theaters,
totally Sacramento, San Jose, Tarrytown, Boston, Dallas also we got coming up in October and November. So get those. Shutupandgivememurder.com. Social media at Small Town Murder on Instagram, Small Town Pod on Facebook. Then on top of that, definitely get yourself Patreon. Do yourself a favor. Patreon.com/CrimeInSports, just like the name of our other show that you should also check out, in addition to Your Stupid Opinions, which you should also check out. Sure. But this and Patreon, anybody $5 a month or above, you get everything we put out, including as soon as you subscribe, you get almost 400 back bonus episodes. Immediately, you can binge on all of those. New ones every other week, one Crime and Sports, one Small Town Murder. You get them all, baby. This week for Crime and Sports, Kirby Puckett, the Twins legend and Hall of Famer. And then for Small Town Murder, Maternal Instinct, the documentary where the woman cut a baby out of another woman, pretended to have it on her own. Yeah. We'll talk about not only the documentary, but the body cam footage and the interrogations and everything else. That is patreon.com/CrimeInSports. And you get everything we put out ad-free. And you get a shout out at the end of the regular show. Mm-hmm. Keep doing that. Keep coming back and seeing us. If you want to follow us on social media, you want to find us, shutupandgivememurder.com has drop-down menus that take you everywhere from tickets to Patreon to social media, all that. Do that. Keep coming back. And until next week, everybody, it's been our pleasure.
Bye.
everybody listening to Small Town Murder out there.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Good to see you out there. I'm here with Jimmy, too. And
Hey.
this is an ad, but not an ad for a product. This is an ad
This
for
is the best
tour
kind.
dates. Yes,
Yeah.
come see a live show, the 2026 tour.
Yeah.
All the tickets are for sale right now, starting out with February 21st in Nashville, March 6th in Durham, March 7th in Atlanta. Phoenix is sold out. We do have tickets, though, to Your Stupid Opinions on the 21st of March. Salt Lake City sold out. Denver has tickets. Be there on May 2nd. May 29th, Buffalo sold out. Royal Oak, Michigan, May 30th. We have September 18th, Milwaukee, September 19th, Minneapolis, October the 3rd in Dallas, October 16th in San Jose, October 17th in Sacramento, November 13th in Terrytown, November 14th in Boston. Come see us. The live shows are spectacular. Come join all of the other STM people. You're going to meet so many people. You're going to have fun.
Make some new
laugh
friends.
like crazy and make some new friends. Come out and see us. ShutUpAndGiveMeMurder.com is where you go for those tickets. Get them right now while they're hot.
See you on the road.